Shift our attention now to the Supreme Court, which has taken a very stern view in the matter related to the DMK Minister Senthil Balaji, who is currently on bail. The Supreme Court was hearing a plea seeking to recall the judgment that granted the DMK Mantri bail. The Supreme Court, while hearing the plea, has expressed surprise over the fact that Balaji was made a minister right after he was granted bail. The Supreme Court will also be examining if the witnesses are under pressure and if they are being influenced. In fact, Senthil Balaji was granted bail on the 26th of September in connection with a money laundering case related to the Cash for Jobs scam. Legal editor Harish Nair joins us on the broadcast with the details. Harish, the Supreme Court took a strong view of the developments in Tamil Nadu, saying we granted you bail and you were immediately appointed as a minister. Take us through what happened in the top court.
Yes, that's right, Pratibha. In fact, the Supreme Court was hearing a petition filed seeking cancellation of bail granted to Senthil Balaji by the Supreme Court in September this year. The petition alleged that the witnesses under him were under pressure. He was influencing the witnesses, and that is very apparent as the matter is headed for trial. The Supreme Court at this juncture opined that one day we grant you bail, the very next day you become a cabinet minister, and it's natural that such a suspicion arises because once a person is a cabinet minister, there are doubts being cast whether he is influencing the witnesses against him in any criminal case against him. So the Supreme Court has sought the response of Senthil Balaji on this allegation and has kept the matter for further hearing on December 13th. So today the Supreme Court has made this observation in a petition filed seeking cancellation of the bail. As of now, Supreme Court was not inclined to pass any order as far as cancellation of bail or temporary withdrawal of bail is concerned, and said that we will confine ourselves to examining whether the allegation raised before the Supreme Court is true or not. That is, whether Senthil Balaji is influencing witnesses or trying to tamper with evidence or putting the witnesses against him under pressure. So on December 13, a very crucial hearing is going to happen in the Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court will decide on this petition whether to withdraw the bail granted to Senthil Balaji in the money laundering case related to Cash for Jobs scam. So as of now, no order has been passed. Supreme Court has only made very stinging observations like soon after we granted bail, how did you become a minister? And therefore such suspicion cannot be faltered.
Okay.
Back to you.
Okay, so the top court, expressing some concerns about the pressure on the witnesses, saying that when you are a minister, it could have some pressure on the witnesses in this case as well. So it will be interesting to see what the implications will be, because remember, Senthil Balaji was appointed back as minister immediately after he was granted bail. But Harish, after the Supreme Court has made these observations, what is expected? One, when the next hearing takes place, and secondly, of course, do give us more information on what the case entirely pertains with and what's happening in the Supreme Court on the case.
Yes, Pratibha, in fact, as I said, now the next date of hearing is December 13, when Senthil Balaji's lawyer will get a chance to respond to the allegations made in this particular petition, which has sought cancellation of bail. Remember, Senthil Balaji was granted bail on September 26 this year. This pertained to a Cash for Jobs scam. The money laundering allegation against him pertained to the Cash for Jobs scam, and the allegation is that when he was the transport minister, he had taken bribe, he had taken money for getting jobs for several job aspirants by taking bribe money from them. And now the Supreme Court has admitted the petition seeking his cancellation of his bail, and the decision will be taken on December 13th.
Okay, all right. So on December 13th is when that decision will be taken. But meanwhile, after the Supreme Court